All right, everyone, welcome back. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. So right now I am taking out the switches off of this 2-gang box. Originally thought it was a 3-way switch, but it's actually a old fan box. So there was 2 switch legs going up and a 3-wire to the fan, but he changed it out to a ceiling light. So right now just turning off the power to the circuit. And then taking off the wires off of the switches, so that's all not hot at the moment. And then right here I am just separating the wires because we're going to turn the power back on here in a second, and then I'm going to test out which is the hot wires and which is not the hot wires. And as I suspected, there was a second hot in the box for some reason on a separate circuit, because it was on like a disposal circuit or something. I have no idea. Maybe the panel was labeled wrong, but there was 2 separate hots in the box. One was the black hot and there was a red hot. And then at this point I am touching the wires together to find out what was the switch leg. Obviously the red wire was not the switch leg or the switch leg for the light being used. So the black wire is the switch leg on the right. And then I was just double checking that there was not some weird voltage or anything between the 2 hot wires, between the black hot and the red hot. And then from there, just double checking and turning the power back off, making sure that's all dead, and then going ahead and then rewiring this back up, grabbing one of the pigtailed blacks and putting that on the switch because it needs power. And then from there, putting on the black switch leg, which was going up to the light that was already installed on the ceiling. And then because there's not a fan anymore, he didn't need the second switch, so I just capped off all 3 of the last wires. So I capped off the second hot first, and then from there I went ahead and capped off the second hot of the black that was pigtailed, and then capped off also the extra switch leg that is sticking up, the extra red switch leg from there. And then, like I said in the last video, I thought this was originally going to be a 3-way turned into a single pole, but I actually found out it was just a 3-wire going up to the fan, and it was just 2 single pole switches. So he just wasn't sure on the terminology of these switches. So anyways, after got all that taken care of, put the extra hot back in the box, and then the extra black hot in the box. And then I think there was one other wire in there, but anyways, I just folded up all the 3 wires that were capped off, and then I went ahead and screwed these switches back together. And as you already can see that there was a ground missing. This house is probably like 20-30 years old, so all these grounds are tied together and cut off as short as possible. I didn't have any extra ground wire, and it would have been a really big pain to try to add that, but I could have done it. But anyways, I just left it the way that it was. It's been fine for all these years. Everything back in the day used to be ungrounded. So I just went ahead and put the switches back in as they were, with a hot and a switch leg, no ground. And then I just went ahead and put the extra switch back in, just because otherwise it's going to look weird. But he can take that out later and put a blank on it if he wants to, 2-gang blank with 1 decor and 1 blank. But right now I just put the empty switch back in, or the non-use switch back in with no wire on it, so just sitting there. So that's pretty much how I tackled this situation. I like to just take everything apart, turn the power off, take everything apart, turn the power back on, identify what is my wires, touch my wires together, find my switch legs that I'm going to be using to which switches, turn the power back off, and then put it back together, turn the power back on, and then everything should work. So hopefully this helped you out in some way or another. As you can see, this light has like 3 different colors when you turn it on and off really quickly. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. We got 2 other videos helping him out at his house, so stay tuned for that coming up in the next 2 days. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.